Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and today we're going to be making some low budget DIYs, but I'm going to tell you a secret. They are super adorable and super simple. So let's jump right into it. Alright guys, for this project we'll be using a top, and mine is from Lysol can. I'm sure you have plenty of those. I do. What I did, I cut the sides with my scissors, and then I used the ruler to try to stay, as straight as possible. And for the just a near bit at the right at the top, I use my hot tool so I can squeeze the scissors in, and then I finish the cutting. So I'm gonna be making two little magnet baskets, and that's why I'm using both of them. What I did, I used the hot glue and attached them and press it a little bit, not too long, because the hot glue does the job, so it's all cool. Now you use your scissors and cut them out of the cardboard, kind of like, give it the shape, because what we did here, we did a back of our basket, and that's what the cardboard for. Now I went back and grabbed my braided jute, and if you would like to know how to do this is going to be in this video. I will place it, I think, at the end if you want to create your own. If you don't and you want to use the regular jute, that is totally cool. So what I did, use the hot glue, did my first row, and then I turn the little jute string and continue all the way until the end and all the way at the bottom. And guys, doing it that way instead of cutting them on the side, it kind of creates a really cool design on like the sides of the little basket. I loved it. You can cut it off and just make a straight lines if you want, but see what I mean? It kind of makes it like a little oval on the side. I just love it. Here we go. We got all the way till the all the way until the bottom, and now I did the same thing. I didn't cut the jute. I just went turn around and continue doing it until I fill up all the space. Also, another thing you can do if you don't want to jute it out all that's a funny word, but anyway, if you don't want to jute it out all the way to the bottom portion could be, you can use the burlap. But here we go. We all done with that one. Now I got my floral wire, and what I'm gonna make a handle for my little basket. So kind of measure it, eyeball it, used my little handy dandy tool, cut the wire off, and then I used another little tool and make like a little handles. You don't really have to do that, but it will help your jute string to stay in place. So I always have trouble, securing it at the beginning, but when you get it to stay in place, you're all good to go. So what I did a little bit of hot glue at the top, got my ends secure. See what I mean? It was giving me a lip and didn't want to stay there. But anyway, and now you're just wrapping it all the way until the end. So handle is ready. We got some little ribbon, and now we're gonna start decorating the basket. And this is a leftovers. I told you guys I am super stingy with throwing away stuff, and I save all my pieces that's left. What I did here, I had two pieces of ribbon, and I thought this one will look perfect. Be careful, don't burn your fingers like me, because I'm just a master in that. Now we're gonna attach, after we did the ribbon, now we're gonna attach our handles, and all you do is just hold it in place for just a tad, and it will stay and not move. Now I went back and pulled all my, leftovers again from the greenery, and I'm just weaving it around the handle. You don't have to do that. You can decorate your own basket the way you desire. I wanted, cute magnets for my refrigerator, and my daughter wanted one, so that's why in this video you will see two of them. And the hot glue does the amazing job. So what I did, I only used 3 of those little strings, wrapped it all around the top, and secured with the hot glue. So after it was nice and secure, I got, again, see what I do? Was a kind of like a leftover of a flower, so I cut off those teeny tiny flowers off and just randomly glue them on my greenery, that it will look like they're growing there. I don't know why I picked the purple, but It was just, I guess, the purple mood for this basket. And I think they turn out pretty cool because, it's green and the jute. My husband is getting used to the jute because he's like, what was the jute? And I'm like, I love the jute. Anyway, so then I put a little bit of, this is inside. What's inside, it's a pillow thing, filler for the pillow. I made pillows and I had a bunch of leftovers. So you can put some foam or whatever you want inside, or you don't have to put anything. But basically what I did, so the flowers will stay a little bit above, I used that little spongy thing from the pillows. Then I glued the little magnet back on the back of my basket, and I had the leftover again was the burlap flower, and I glue it to the side. Then here is where you can get creative. You can put any flowers you want. I put a little ladybug, I already told you that. I just love it. And here we go. My basket is done. All right, so for this wreath, we will be using 8-inch form. This is this white thing. I don't even know what it's called. I have a bunch of them. They are from Michael's and they are $1 a piece, and I can literally cut like 3 circles because I made 3 wreaths out of one sheet of that. So I just measured it, eyeballed it, cut it out, and used the zip ties to secure them. And all of those items you can find at the Dollar Tree, like the zip tie and the wreath form. And the best part about this wreath form, it comes in the sets of 2, so you get like a 50 cents of wreath form. Anyway, so I secured it in like 4 places, and I really gonna show you the difference between like this is the burlap that I got, I guess, mesh, and this good example for you, because I thought the hot tool will cut anything, but nope, it would not work. So see what I mean? I put my hot tool away and use the old method, which is the scissors. The size of this burlap is 10.5 inches long, and I cut the length of it 10 inches. So I kind of wanted to make it a sunflower, and I thought this was perfect. But this not burlap, why do I want to say burlap? This mesh is from Dollar Tree. I bought it during the St. Patrick's Day, so it was somewhere around in the February, March. And it's such a weird color, guys, because it's like, it has 3 colors, but it's really light. But anyway, so I used my hot tool to cut that, and it worked perfectly. So what I did, I folded like on the diagonal, scrunch it up, and use my zip tie and attached it to the second, like from the top, this little string, and I went all the way around just doing the same thing. So you can pick just a plain like brownish, because I know Michael's always have them on sale, or whatever store you're using. And see what it is, I kind of wanted a white in there. That's why I used mine, is like has 2 different colors. And there's the Dollar Tree not burlap, the mesh. And see what I mean? It's kind of like supposed to be yellow and white and green. So, and I have it for several years now, and yes, like I told you, I bought it during the St. Patrick's Day area, kind of around that time, because yeah, I was planning to make a wreath, and color was just odd. But it fit perfectly on this wreath because I wanted green, so it kind of make a, petals from the sunflower. So again, we fold it like that, diagonal, scrunch it up. And don't worry the way it looks, because I was like trying to fix it, but then I like realized that, you know what, you just scrunch it up, make it a shape of a leaf, and then you can like, fix it and make it straight, or because it's a wreath, so it doesn't really matter. It's gonna turn out at the end all good because petals will lay on top of the petals and it will look gorgeous, believe me. So don't stress out if because my hands I sometimes have trouble holding stuff because it's so fat, but see, it works out, so it will work for you. So I only made six of those green, and I will link it in the description below how many I made on the bottom row. Now again, I went to the Dollar Tree Mash and got the yellow one. And again, I bought it during the St. Patrick's because they had this weird greenish and yellowish and the yellow. And I have never seen after that, it was a 10 inches, 10-inch long mash at the Dollar Tree. So I used my hot tool. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. Use the scissors. It will work just fine. But it's a little bit faster if you have the hot tool. So sometimes it fixes the sides. So especially on the Dollar Tree mash, it doesn't get all like things looks like the wreath's gonna fall apart. But never, don't worry, it's gonna work. So this is what I did. I moved about an inch towards the center from my greenish leaves, and I filled it up until I went all the way around the circle. And here's my kind of looking good wreath already. What you guys think? I think it turned out pretty cool with the colors, but you can again pick any colors you want. I wanted a sunflower. It's as you know, or if you don't, I am from Ukraine. I was born and raised there, but I've been in US for almost 20 years and I am loving it here, and I am citizen here as well. So I got some floral foam and I measured it and used my marker and my X-Acto knife and made it a centerpiece for it. Then to make like the not sharp sides, make it give it a good circle. What I mean, I used a little sanding paper and sand it off. Now I went back and grabbed some jute. And this is where I always burn myself because I have ton of those finger protectors. Never remember that until I burn myself. So be careful because it is really easy to do this, but the beginning part is where you need to hold it right in the middle, and that's where you can burn yourself. So anyway, I did wrapping around this whole like foam piece all the way until even if I got even the sides, so it's gonna look like a button. Because my son looked at it and asked me, "You made a button?" I'm like, "No, it's a centerpiece." But anyway, so also what you can do here, you can insert a string inside of this foam and you can attach it to the wreath. But my wreaths are permanent and I'm not taking it apart because it's always either I keep it or my family takes it. So I use the hot glue my centerpiece to the middle, and here we go. We got ourselves a sunflower. I love it. What do you guys think about the colors? Would you pick something else? I think it turned out good, but I'm open for any suggestions. Okay, so let's make this beauty. Another jute twine magnet basket. And guys, I'm loving it. And my daughter took a couple because I made 4. I told you I was going to make it a 2, but I ended up making 4. And she actually asked if she can have some for her friend. So I'm going to be making it again. Okay, this will be a little bit a different design. In the first one, I used the braided jute. Here, I'm just using a regular cheap jute, and I don't even remember. I have this one. I'm pretty sure I got it at the Walmart, and it was this gigantic roll, and I'm finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm running out, so I'm happy. Anyway, you do the same thing. You wrap it back and forward. If you want a straight line, lines, you cut it up. If you not, you just turn and secure the like at the side and continue doing it until you wrapped all your little top, like which is the base of your basket. Then you get your floral wire, measure the handle the size you want, because you might want a short, you want a more longer. I'm kind of want it because I will be wrapping stuff around it, so I want it a little a little longer or taller, I mean not longer than I usually do. So now what I did, again, pulled my leftovers of my ribbons, dolly, whatever you call this thing, but it says ribbon on the little box, so okay, we call it a ribbon. And I wrapped it all at the top and made it like a really cute, it's just, you can leave it like that if you're super into jute, which I am. But I wanted to give it some dimension and some colors, so I thought about using a red one, but I wanted more like pastel colors, but I end up doing it something completely not pastel, see what I mean? Which is, I forgot to press record button and I was really mad, but it's the same technique. You wrap the greenery around the handle, I attached the little flowers, and I found the little bee button. So this is what at the top, I had a ladybug on the first one and I have a little bee at the top. And those blue flowers, they are from one of those plant from the Dollar Tree that comes in a little container, and it's gonna look rough but I bought it because I love the flowers. So as I told you before, you can decorate it the way you like it. But here we go, that is my basket. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to click subscribe and give this video a like. It will help me out a lot, and I will see you in my next video real soon. Bye for now.